So let's talk about fun things to do in Tamale and Accra.
I'm fighting Satan forever, I'm not down with the dude, he taking me for a fool. I talk to the King of Kings, he been showing me things
to Saturdays, 9 to 6 p.m, sometimes 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So that means we had Sundays off and Mondays off. And Sundays we usually, did our laundry or cooked food for the week. On Monday we had like nothing planned so it was free. So after work, after 6 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, we had the possibility to go to Jolad, which is like a cafe restaurant kind of thing. When we were living at Tick's guest house, it was more convenient for us to go there after work. And there was, on Friday nights, there's Afrobeats dance night, and on Saturday night, there's salsa dance. Jolad brought us to Jolad's once, and we really enjoyed it. I mean, I think first, I don't know if it was Afrobeats or salsa, anyways, but Afrobeats, there's like someone doing the choreography, and then everyone lines up behind that one person and tries to dance or copies the movement. And of course, many people can dance Afro dance. Me? I was just very confused with all the movements, like the soft movements, and it kind of looks cool, and I feel like I'm not that cool yet. And I don't have, my hips are not as soft and wiggly to be able to do all these movements, but it was really fun to do it. So we went with Jolad, Phoebe, sometimes one of the guys, but usually it was, most of the times it was just us girls. It was a lot of fun. I liked it, I enjoyed it. And salsa on Saturdays was really cool too, because we usually came early because it started around 9, 10ish. And so right after work we usually came around 8:30 or 9. And so we had some time to practice with the instructor or teacher or self-assigned teacher, I don't know. And he was really good in showing us the first few steps. And from there, like, it was easy to learn it. Later, other people are joining, everyone is rotating the partner around, and so you have a chance to dance with different partners. I remember one who was spinning me around like really a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna like have to vomit soon because this is just too much. But I enjoyed it a lot. Unfortunately, after we moved to the house, which is in full, it kind of was not convenient for us anymore to go to Jolad's because it's like was just too far from Jolad's. We were able to walk to Tick's guest house. It was not possible to walk back to full because it's just different direction. On Sundays, depending on how we felt or like where we, like how much money we had, we decided to go swimming. Or first, because before you go swimming you have to have a swimsuit. So on Sundays it's good to go to the Sunday market to get you a swimsuit, because there's one lady who's selling swimsuits. I don't know if there are other people, but we always went to that one lady to look for swimsuits. I had a swimsuit, but we got like a swimsuit for Phoebe, and I think Shola got a swimsuit there too. I must say, although it's a little ironic and a serious topic, the secondhand clothing dump we as Western countries do to Ghana, for example, probably other countries as well, but I'm not too informed about that. So that's just very sad or hilarious in an ironic way to see German secondhand clothes there. I'm missing the right word. It's just too much. I myself need to do some reading before I can say more about it, because I don't want to say any wrong things. If you're interested in this topic, feel free to check out VOR Foundation. I'm gonna put the link in the description. They are particular focusing on the second-hand clothes in Ghana, and there you can read a lot of things and interesting things. So yeah, after we got the swimsuit, we went to the swimming pool, and you can choose from a variety of swimming pools in Tamale. Before you go to any swimming pool, make sure to shea butter your body and your hair, because there's lots of chlorine most of the times inside the pools, and you don't want your hair or your skin to dry out. So make sure to just cover everything with shea butter, and then you're good to go. That's what I did. And as a person who easily gets sunburned, I really recommend to put on waterproof sunscreen. And if you do not have waterproof sunscreen, just don't go to the pool at 2 or 12 p.m. Just don't do it, because you get sunburned, and that's not cool. Definitely not cool. I did it once, maybe twice, but I regret it. Yeah, also in general, going to the pool, I realized I feel more comfortable in a bathing suit, not a bikini, but bathing suit, because it covers more. That might be different in Accra. So the first swimming pool we went to was Magnolia, and you pay around 50 cedis to get in. It has also a nice playground for kids. It was so fun because the water was really warm, and one part is really deep, and the other part you can walk. But it was a nice size, and it was really fun to swim in there. Sundays, of course, are more crowded than weekdays, so it was crowded, but towards the end it got less and less. I think if you have some connections, you can even stay longer than the opening hours, and have a pool for yourself. It closes around 6 p.m. as well, yeah, because it's getting dark around 6 as well. So, and sometimes they have some special events, but that you can check out if you go there. So the second pool we went to is VRA. I don't know, I was often confused how to spell this name, and I did not know that people just mentioned the letters. I thought it would be a complicated spelled name, but it's not. VRA stands for I don't know. That one was 30 cedis, but it was also taking longer to get there. The yellow was more expensive, and in BRA there was also a nice cool pool. They had less chlorine, and I preferred it much more. You were able to take a mat, and a huge mat, and have a picnic, or I don't know, play games, and that I really liked about VRA. You have a changing room, which is really nice and big, and toilets, showers, and everything you need, probably. The one thing that was questionable was the loud music, because it was really blasting. But I think you can talk to the guys and tell them to maybe tone it down a little if you feel too annoyed by it. When we started to go into VRA, we also got a ball, a little ball, And it was really fun to just play the ball, and I know that others enjoyed playing with the ball as well, and I really like VRA because it's more, I don't know, I guess because you have like a surrounding area, like a grass area where you actually can lay down, and in Magnolia it's more maybe fancy, or like can have a drink or something, which you cannot have in VRA. So VRA is more family friendly, I suppose. Okay, and to finish talking about swimming pools, there are like hotels, a couple of hotels in Tamale which also have a swimming pool in which you where you can go as a normal person without having a room or something. So if you want to check another swimming pool, just check the hotels and you go there. I think the prices vary. Most of the time it's like 50 cities. Some swimming pools are just pools to get wet and not to really swim. So yeah, different hotels have different swimming pools, and if you cannot swim in VRA, you can actually also learn how to swim. There's a good teacher there, or I don't know if he's good or not, but there's a possibility to learn how to swim. Yeah, despite like going out for swimming or going to a restaurant to eat or going for dancing, you can also go to great exhibitions, of course. And there are like, I would say like 3 major things in Tamale to go and see, and that is of course Nuku Studio, which is open from Tuesday to Saturdays from 9 to 6 p.m. There's always an ongoing exhibition, or it's nice to check out Instagram for events, because there are sometimes the book club meets there. On Saturdays we have like for children these Saturday art education classes. We have a library which you can go through, and also it's always nice, or there are always people there to have a nice chat with, or to just talk about the space and all that. We of course work hard, so we don't have lots of time sometimes, but it's always nice to have a chat with visitors coming through. Then there's also SCCA, Savannah Center for Contemporary Art, which is not too far, I think, from Nuku Studio. It's 15 minutes with the yellow, or just 10 minutes. And it's a nice exhibition center as well. They do have a library as well, which is really nice and cool. I would always check their Instagram or their website before going there, because we don't want to go there and there's nothing there. Although also I believe the people working there, they are also nice and are probably open to talk to you. I remember that we went there sometimes on Mondays or Sundays to just go through the library and find some inspiration or look for new photographers. We were able to then Google or just have a chat with Asma, who was working there as well, and discuss some things. And then there's Red Clay, and Red Clay and SCCA are from Ibrahim Mahama. And Red Clay is basically, I would call it in my own words, as a huge archive and a lot of things which Ibrahim Mahama is interested in collecting, and many other artworks. It's a really cool, nice space because it's such a unique building, a huge building as well, and you feel really small when walking through the walls. They do have trains now, and it's so exciting. And airplanes. They do have airplanes, and you can walk into one and see how it looks like. Yeah, I can only recommend to go there because it's really an experience, and people will guide you through it and explain to you the things, and So that's really fun, and the people doing these tours are really excited about talking things. Every institution or organization, Red Clay, SCCA, Nuku Studio, there are events going on from time to time, like movie nights. Sometimes there's a talk by different people, artists or experts of the art industry, or other things are happening there. So I can only recommend to check their Instagram or website for any new updates, and also go to one of these events because you meet great people, and then I recommend you to talk to these people, and then you come to the next thing. So it's really cool. So also a really nice opportunity to do some networking. We went on a lot of different trips to Bolga, Damango, Bourgeois, Accra sometimes, and different places. So sometimes we were just happy to stay home and relax, do nothing basically, which was hard for me because I'm not really good in doing nothing. If we just stayed at home, we is Jolad, Phoebe and I, we enjoyed cooking and trying new recipes. We did polo ourselves, and we did this caramelized candy thing, which was really nice and tasted nice and was fun to make. Or we just talked about things, also had our own private movie nights. We gossiped a little, just a little, just discussed different things from like photography. We talked about love, we talked about work, we talked about this, basically anything. We touched every topic, I'd say. I really enjoyed these conversations and I miss them. I really miss them. Yeah, we took time by ourselves. We were reading books, meditated, slept, doing jumping rope, no skipping rope, or we would just went for a walk, for a photo walk, or just a walk and talk. It was nice. Fun moments, and might not sound like too much adrenaline or too exciting stuff, but it was still fun. Sometimes the normal things are the most fun things to do because our week was usually very busy, sometimes very exhausting. It was nice to just wind down and have a chilled weekend. Now, talking about Accra, the time I spent in Accra was not too long to know like every fun thing. Accra is like a big city, so I don't know if you ever know. But what I can recommend is maybe to follow some organizations, institutions on Instagram and see if like they have a nice upcoming talk or program. It's nice to then go there because again, it's networking and you see some familiar faces, and it's funny because the photography world is very small. The people you meet in Tamale, you will also meet in Accra. So it's nice to have a chat. For Accra, I will mostly recommend galleries or places you can go to see stuff. First, Gallery 1957. It's a 2-floor gallery, and it has local artists but also international artists. It's a fancy space, and also it's like in a hotel area. Feels very fancy, and like I'm like if it would be just me going there, I would just be afraid of entering into something too fancy or something I'm not, as a regular person, I'm not allowed to go to. My absolute highlight is the Dikan Center and the library. They have also changing exhibitions, and they have the most beautiful library. I must say, like, I've never seen a library only on photography / art. Never seen such a big collection or whatever. it's such a nice experience to sit there and be surrounded by these books. We went there a couple of times, and one time it was raining a lot and it was more crowded inside, and we started a conversation with another photographer, and that's beautiful. I like that you are able to get in touch with new people, new photographers, and see what they are doing and talk about some stuff. I think if you go there, I was overwhelmed. Like, I didn't know, like, okay, which book should I pick, because I don't know every photographer. So what I had in mind was I asked the person who was in the space, or who was watching the space, I asked the person to if they have a certain book from a certain photographer, and then he was like, yes, and it's here. So you can go there and with a photographer in your mind and ask then if the book is available. Most likely it will be available because they basically have everything. I know that they have also workshops going on and some other things going on, so it's nice to check it. The area is nice too. Afterwards you can go directly to the beach. It's in walking distance. It's like 10 or 15 minutes to walk, and it's the Labadi Beach, and it's really nice. I really liked it. Yeah, it's a nice day to spend in this area. It's also not too crowded. Like, there's not a lot of traffic. The houses are single houses and somehow cute houses, and so it's nice to just walk around this area. And another area which is nice to visit is Jamestown. We went to the photo studio Deo Gratias. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's nice to walk in there and have on one side like a small history lesson, and on the other side you see also how photography developed itself, or like where it started from, and you see some very nice cool old cameras which are actually in good shape, and probably you could use them still. In this area there are other photo studios, but for some reason Phoebe and I didn't go to them yet. Afterwards we just walked around the area. It was pretty because you were able to see that the people living there, they mostly are living from fishing. So it was like a fishing village kind of thing, but still in Accra. One general thing, or like not photography related necessarily, to get a general idea of the history of Ghana, the culture and everything, I'd recommend to go to the Ghana Museum actually, because it gives you a nice amount of history. It's not too overwhelming, but still informative enough to have like a broad understanding. What else did we do for fun? I think we just went out to eat at Sunshine Bar. Oh, the Goethe Institute. It's not just because I'm German and I can recommend the Goethe Institute, but they have interesting talks, and from time to time I think they also have an exhibition going on, small exhibition, or at least they had an exhibition going on when we were there. What else did we do in Accra? We visited another photographer, Eric Jamfi, and it was such a nice experience to see where he was working and to hear him talk about new projects and about his ideas, and it was inspirational. It was really amazing because I feel like in Germany especially, you don't like, artists sometimes seem to be so far away or not relatable. Sometimes I feel like it's hard for me as someone who is trying to get in there, to get in touch with these already established photographers or artists, and visiting Eric Jamfi, who's like already like this great amazing artist, and he, or maybe it's just personal, he's just a great person, that's it, maybe. But seeing that it's still possible to meet artists on just a very like eye level, it's very inspiring and amazing to have these encounters as well. We also met a female photographer, one of Phoebe's friends. Her name is Misbah. Yeah, we went together to Eric Jamfi, but before that we were just talking about photography and life and everything at her house. We were also a little dancing and all that. Yeah, it was fun visiting her and learning about her. Another day we went to talk to Francis Kokoroko, another great photographer in Ghana. I experienced it's so nice to get in touch with these great, amazing people who are great and amazing, and to talk to them just on eye level. And that's really something I very much appreciate and value very high, because I know here in Germany I didn't feel there are some artists, of course, but it's, I don't know why it's so hard, or like why this world of artists, maybe it's bigger, maybe there are more people, and it's but I feel like there's so much, people are not really willing to help you really, because they do not want to increase the competition. They don't want to share certain things in order to keep that competition away. I don't know if it's that, I don't know. So yeah, I guess this talking about fun things in Ghana, it really depends on the person, of course, like what you consider to be fun. Every new day is a fun day. I think Phoebe said that, yeah, something like that. So every day you can have the best day of your life. Waking up and having this attitude towards the day, it sometimes changes the outcome of the day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at my face. And if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.
They love to call you crazy till your genius fly. I let it be and send a wish up to the sky. That's some wisdom from the older folk. They told me that we gon' be alright. But if I could wish upon